bit more. It seems, oh, it's landing, shit. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted a video, especially about an issue, but here it is. My issue is that I'm scared to fly over water since what happened to me. My drone decided to auto land straight into the water. I did manage to recover it and I managed to revive it. So if you haven't seen that story, I'll leave a little card up here somewhere. You could click on that and see what happened to me. I was really lucky to get my drone flying again, and it's been fine ever since. But I haven't been fine ever since. I have a phobia of flying over water now. But I do fly 20 feet up. 20 meters up. And I think that that's way too high and I want lower shots. So I decided to do a test. So as you can see from the first clip of this video and the title, I'm going to test out the sensors of the Mavic Mini today, and I want to see exactly how it reacts with a moving pattern underneath it. Yeah, so I want to see it right in front of me, how it starts reacting. So I'm going to take it down to the park and do a little test about that. And before I take you guys outside, I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. The channel is slowly growing, I really appreciate it. And if you do enjoy any of my content, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell, yeah, because that will really help me a lot. So let's go. Right guys, so here I am now. I'm on the field where I usually fly. I've got my drone out. Oops, can't forget to take off the gimbal guard before I take off. I'm just going to do a compass calibration. Just do a quick one here. I hope you like my new skin. So my Mini is black now. I've just done it so I can see it better in the sky, because I kind of lose sight of it really quickly because it camouflages with the sky. So now it's all blacked out, so I should be able to see it a bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I've got a towel here now, as you can see, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it hover here, and then I'm going to begin to move the towel around, and we're going to see how the Mavic Mini sensors react to that. Yeah, so let's just do that now. Let me see, take off permitted, 13 satellites, everything good. So let's take off. I'll put the controller down. Oh, actually, I'm gonna film the screen as well, so I could put it in the video and you guys can see the height and the distance. If it starts messing around, you lot will be able to see it straight away in the video. So now that I've started recording the screen, I can start now with the test. Yeah, so screen's recording now. Brilliant. Okay, so as you can see there, it's nice and steady. Yeah, I don't see it moving at all. If anything, just a tiny bit sometimes moves. There's a little bit of wind today, not much, so it looks fine to me. So I'm going to start moving it. Actually, I'm going to put the camera down. Let's put the camera all the way down so that you could see what the sensors will be seeing really. So as you can see, it's not covering the whole screen, so let's see how it reacts. Yeah, so I'm going to start moving this now. I can see it moving, you can see it wandering. Not a lot though. I can see if you look at it, so this is what I'm doing. So let's move around like this. So I can see it going up a little bit. Let's do it wavy, like waves. Yeah, this is not producing any wind for it. You can see it moving around, so I can't see what's going on in the screen at the moment, but it's definitely moving around. So it's definitely acting a little bit weird. It's descending. Alright, it seems to not like this kind of movement, side to side movement. You will be able to see in the screen, I can't check it now, but it has descended a shitload. I'll keep doing it. It's going up a little bit. If I wasn't doing this, the drone would have stayed where it was. Look how much it's descending. Look at that. I'm not touching the control. As you can see, the control's over there. Yeah? Let's carry on. Look at that. Look at that. The drone's confused. I'm almost gonna land it. Oh, there it, yeah, I went too close to it and it went up. But look, it's completely away from the place where I put it. Look how low it's gone. Yeah? Now it sensed me. But you can see, look at that. It's coming away from the table now. Look at that. So you guys can see where I started and where it is now. Right now it's nice and steady, no movement at the bottom. Let's do some movement at the bottom again. Going up a little bit. And now it's going down. Shit. This is hard for me to do right now, filming and moving this around. But look, it's coming on top of me. Look at that. Huh? So there you can see, it's as clear as day. Movement at the bottom of the sensors messes with its orientation. Look at that. There it sends my hand. Well, do it a little bit more. It seems, oh, it's landing, it's landing. Shit, shit, it almost touched the fucking table. All right, I think that's confirmed it enough that it does. Movement under it does, yeah? So I'm just gonna stop this recording so it's not too long to upload, but I'm gonna start again. Right, so we've confirmed that with the height it has when it takes off, which I'll check later what it is, but you guys should know it by now. The movement at the bottom of it does affect it, yeah? Let me just show myself in the camera a bit. So as you can see, the movements do affect the drone under, yeah? When it's about 1 to 2 meters height, then the movements at the bottom of it does confuse the sensors and it starts to descend. So after that, guys, I did another test that I put it up to like 3 meters high and I started moving the towel again like you saw me doing. But this time nothing happened, and I think one of the reasons for that is because when I looked into the screen, you could see like the screen is like that and the towel is just there, you know, and if it was underwater, so the whole screen would be water. So I didn't think it was a really good test, so I just left it as that. So I wasn't sure how it would react 3 meters up, but one thing is for sure, that flying low over a moving pattern like waves or water or something else that moves around the way that the towel was moving, the sensors get confused. You guys saw it yourselves. It started off at a height of 1.3, ended up on a height of 0.6. You know, also the distance, it was on 0.8 when it started. I never moved the control and it ended up on 1.5, you know, so it clearly drifted and descended all on its own. There was no wind. Wind had nothing to do with that test. So now that we know that that's 100% sure, don't fly low over water, especially hovering. So here's the thing, the test you saw me hovering it over. So what happens if you're moving around? I've heard from some people, they've said, just don't stop. So if you do have to go low, keep moving forward. And actually that makes quite a lot of sense. I don't think that it would have enough time to read the pattern at the bottom and get confused while it's moving forward, you know, especially on sports mode. If you're on sports mode and you just go straight low over water, I don't think that there will be a problem. Although I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want nobody commenting later and saying, you said it was fine and then I've lost my drone. I don't want to be responsible for any losses. I don't want no one losing their drone, because it truly is heartbreaking if you love this hobby. So it shouldn't actually come as a surprise, because it does say it in the manual, and I didn't know this. I'm a part of a few DJI Mavic Mini groups on Facebook, and somebody mentioned that and they put a little screenshot. I'm going to put it up here on the screen, and I'll read it out for you. So this part here says that all DJI drones equipped with VPS, which is a visual position system, a technology that maps the surface below to help position of the drone. So when flying over water, however, light reflecting off of the surface can cause an issue with this technology. Because of this, it's best to maintain a height of at least 2 meters above the water. If you have to fly low, below this height for a special shot, we recommend you turn off the VPS to avoid any unstable actions by the drone. Now the Mini it can't turn off the VPS. Yeah, there's no option to turn off the sensor. So we're kind of screwed with that. I mean, the Mavic Air 2, I believe you could turn off the sensors. I think that's brilliant. Maybe with this new stuff that's coming, I forgot what it's called, it's KPS or whatever, that they let other companies create apps to control the drone. Maybe they'd introduce this, I'm not sure. Then I've also got a little screenshot from the manual, and it says this: the vision position system cannot work properly over surfaces that do not have a clear pattern variation. The vision system cannot work properly in any of the following situations. Now it names a couple, yeah, and you could pause this video and read through them, but the one that most interested me for this video is point C, which is flying over water or transparent surfaces. So it's already on the manual. It shouldn't actually come as a surprise to us, only to the guys that don't read the manual like me. So actually I got mine second hand, I didn't even have a manual, I don't know. But yeah, so solutions. What's the solutions? Well, one clear solution is don't fly so low. Yeah, so keep above 2 meters. I would personally keep a little higher. The other solution is don't hover over water. If you do need to go low, don't just hover there, giving the sensors time to get confused. Forget that, keep moving, just keep moving, and nothing should happen. If you look back at my video when my drone fell in the water, I was just hovering there looking at a boat. And then when the wave came under and produced the moving pattern, it just descended straight away. If I was moving, that might not have happened. Now, the other solution is turn off the VPS, but with the Mavic Mini, sorry, we cannot turn that off. So many people have suggested putting black tape over the sensors, and apparently that will disable it, and then we get rid of the problem. Now, I'm gonna test that out, because I did test that out about a week ago in the room here, and once it elevated, it wasn't stable. Yeah, so if I turned right, it would go right, and normally if you let go of the sticks, it just stops right there, isn't it? But like this, without the sensors, I would turn right and let go, and it would just carry on drifting until I correct it, you know? So it was like complete manual mode, like it didn't have GPS or anything. It would just drift off. If I send it forward and then let go of the sticks, it would just carry on going, yeah? So I thought, what's going on here? Somebody suggested that I need to put more layers of tape over it, because the infrared is still getting through, providing some data to it, and then it just starts reacting. So I think it's better, well, they think it's better to put more tape around it. So I'm gonna test that out as well. Yeah? So I'm gonna do a little test here in the room, and that will be it, because I know this video's gotten a little bit long. I hope some of you lot have lasted all the way to the end, if this really interests you. I mean, anyone who's got a Mini should really want to know about these things. We all love our Minis and we don't want to lose them, isn't it? So let's get on with that test now, alright? So for the sensor test, I'm going to be using this tape. I just picked it up from the supermarket. Tessa Extra Power, perfect, black tape. Yeah, not much to say about it, but yeah, that's what I'm using. For the first test, I just want to show how it flies without the tape, just to show you guys that it's stable. So there we have it, yeah, pretty stable. If we move up, forward, back, yeah. So when I let it go, it pretty much stays still. Alright, just want to show you guys that. just wanted to show you guys that that it is stable. Okay, so I don't want anyone thinking that it would be unstable here because it doesn't have good signal and whatnot. You can clearly see that it's pretty stable here in the room. Now let's see the difference now with the tape. Hope you can see this here. I've just put one layer of black tape right there. And let's see how it's gonna react now, how it's gonna fly. So let me just get it connected again because I didn't want to mess up the IMU. So by turning it upside down, so I switched it off for that. But yes, now it's connecting. Now let's see how it flies now. As you can see, it's drifting away. Drifting away, so I'm coming back, and as you can see, it's just drifting on its own. If I go forward, it would just carry on going until I correct it. Yeah, so I think that's enough to see that it is not stable, it's gonna crash. You see? It's just going everywhere. It's literally on complete manual mode. But I can get as low as I want and it doesn't affect the sensors. Yeah, but it's just really hard to keep it well. So I'm just gonna land it here. You see what happens with no sensors? See, so it doesn't recognize anything. Okay, so terrible, terrible, terrible. I would never like to take it out over water like this because the wind will take it away. That's how you get a flyaway. All right, so test one layer of tape. Not a good result. Let's try 2 layers of tape, yeah? So I decided to skip 2 layers of tape and just go straight on for 3 layers of tape. So it's currently got 3 layers of tape over the sensors. Now let's see if there's any difference. It's still drifting, but not as much. Let me go back, let go. It's still drifting, just not as much as before. There's a little improvement here. And still, wherever I turn it, it just continues to go that way. As you can see, it's just drifting that way. Yeah? Still not good. Alright, let's try this terrible landing again. Alright, well, as you can see, 3 layers of tape helped it a tiny bit, but still not good enough. Right, screw it. I'm just gonna go for like 5-6 layers of tape and just, if it doesn't work now, then I don't know, guys. You guys tell me in the comment section what you think. Yeah, some people say they do this and it flies perfect. I just don't understand it. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's try put 6 layers of tape on it. Test 3. Again, I've decided to scrap 6 layers of tape and I put like 8 of them there. It's probably added some weight onto it, but as you can see, bunch of layers. Yeah. Nicely put in. I hope no data can come through. Let's see. Let's try it again. Still drifting. Drifting on its own. Come back. Still drifting. It feels like those little toy drones, you know, with no GPS. So yeah, as you can see, it eliminates the problem. But then you have to be a really good pilot, mate. If you want to fly like this, you know. For me, that's the end of the test. Because I'm not going to be covering it with more than 10 layers every single time. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to test it anymore. I've tried 1 layer of tape, 3 layers of tape, 6, you know, up to like 10 layers of tape, and it's still reacting the same way. Right, guys, so you saw what happened, yeah? Not reliable. One layer of tape, 10 layers of tape, it still acted the same, you know? I would not send out my Mini like that. You saw how much it was drifting in the room and it didn't have any wind. So I can imagine how it would be over water, let's say in the sea where it's a bit windier and stuff. You could say bye to your Mini then, yeah? I'm sure this has worked for a lot of people, and please, if this is working for you and you got a stable drone with the sensors covered, please comment on the section below and tell me how you do it, because I would love to be able to do that, you know? I love the fact that you can go as low as you want, but I don't love the fact that it's just drifting around, you know. We get these GPS drones because we get full control over it, you know. So for me, that's a no-no, but I could be wrong. I could be doing something wrong, so please leave a message from me in the comment section and let me know what I'm doing wrong. But actually in the manual, it does say there to not tamper with the sensors and to not mess around with the infrared. So it could be that this is bad for the drone. I'm not 100% sure. I'm no expert. I'm just a guy that got a drone and I love the hobby, and I just document things as they go, and hopefully the information that I find out helps one of you guys, you know. Or even if you haven't got a drone yet and you're looking to buy one, this will open your eyes with a few little things, you know. So again, thanks for stopping by to my channel. Really means a lot. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to my channel or hit that like and the notification bell so you know when I put another video. I'm trying to do a video every week and a half, so I look forward to seeing a few comments from you guys, and I hope this really helps. Yeah, so till next time.